summarized, then you are going to be develop a new kind of report, new kind of specific report according to the specific requirement. So, for example, sometimes we need to be prepare a capital budget preparation, or sometimes we need to be some more number of human people are absent due to the heavy rains in an area, and what to do immediately, and what kind of report. So when there is a heavy risk, when there is a high risk is involved, then you need to generate a specific reports, and which are unique in nature, which are specific in nature. So these kind of decisions maybe comes under the unstructured decisions. So for taking these structured decisions or unstructured decisions, we need to have a decision support tools. This is the second tool of structure of the information system. And the third one is management activity levels and their requirements. So on the basis of managerial activities, the MIS or the information system consisting of three activities. Already we know that the levels of the organization, strategic level, tactical level, and operational level, and which you have, might be studied in your first semester management and organizational behavior subject, or MOB subject, or organizational OB subject, whatever it is. So there, from the upper level to top to bottom, strategic level, tactical level, and operational level. So at each and every level, what are the requirements, and what are the reports we need to be produced as per their requirements. So at strategic level, they may be asked the reports to me to take a policy decisions to according to the objectives of the company, according to the goals of the company, and whatever the reports they may be asked. For example, we need to prepare a long range planning for 5 years. Then we need to require one kind of report. Either we need to be take a decision on business expansion, or we need to develop one kind of marketing strategy, or we need to develop a product mix strategy. So to take these kind of decisions, we need various kind of reports, and the kind of reports need to be generated by the information system. And at a tactical level, we need different variety of reports. Why? Because the tactical level, we need to maintain a plant location, or we need to develop a new product development, or we need to monitoring the day-to-day budgets. And these kind of reports need to be generated as per the requirements of the tactical level people. And when you coming to that executory level, operational level, and in this particular operator level, for example, in day-to-day level, in the inventory management, all the required spare parts, all the required inventory products are available or not. And if suppose the inventory is going down, and how to uh, order for that particular raw material to meet the safety stock levels. And these kind of the planning levels and may be done by the executory level and operatory level. So these kind of, according to these requirements, the different kind of reports may be generated by the information system. This is about the third component of the structure of the information system. The fourth component is organizational functions and their requirements. Organizational functions means here already we have discussed in the last two classes. One is a management information system, which is a main core area of our subject, which we are discussing since last 2 days, and we also discuss for coming 6 days also. What is the MIS? So this MIS need to have so many subsystems in the organizations, like a purchase subsystem, and we need some marketing subsystem, we need HR subsystem, and we need accounting subsystem, and we need so many personal subsystems, HR subsystems. So at each and every subsystem, the requirements are different. For example, you take marketing subsystem. Marketing subsystem, we need to prepare a sales order. We need to prepare a promotion order. So accordingly, we need to get a various reports regarding the sales force, and we need to get a report on day-to-day scheduling of sales, day-to-day scheduling of promotion efforts, and these kind of the reports we need for the marketing subsystem. And for coming to that HR subsystem, here we need to be generate a training needs of the people, and termination reports or the hiring reports, and how much human resource required for the next 5 years, and how much personal, what are the salaries we are paying, and what are the wage rates, and when they are having a promotion due date, and what are the welfare activities need to be taken for getting taking effective work from the available personnel. These all are various different reports we are need to be generated by the HR subsystems. Like this, even for the finance and accounting, all subsystems also we need to be generate different variety of reports, and accordingly the structure of the information system need to be developed. Now, once we understood the structure of the information system, then we maybe try to understand in further, then what is the role of the MIS in the organization. Once we have developed the information system in a structured manner, then what the MIS will do, what the information system will do in the management. So the information system will help in planning. The information system will help in recording the data. The information system will help in controlling the data, in measuring the data, and all by taking all these functions, it really helps in decision making. The MIS helps as a facilitator in taking a positive and effective decisions in the business organization. And this MIS or the information system helps in the different levels of management. What are the different levels? Already we have discussed the strategic level, tactical level, and information level. So, if suppose in the three different levels, we are going to be uh, taken a different kind of systems. For example, at the operational level, we are going to be called it as a transaction processing system. At the middle level, we are going to be called it as a management information system. At top level, we are going to be called as a decision supporting system. So then what is this transaction processing system, which is also known as TPS? TPS means a transaction processing system. So this TPS is nothing but a business system that serve the operational level of the organization, at the bottom level of the organization. So this TPS is a computerized system that performs and records the daily routine transactions which are necessary to conduct the business. Examples. For example, sales order entry, hotel reservation system, employee record keeping. These all are day-to-day daily routine activities. So these kind of operating activities may be done with the help of the transaction processing systems. And MIS. MIS may be done at a tactical level, middle level of the operations management. So this here the managers may be typically execute the suitable and summarized information to make the required business decisions. Here, for example, MIS is going to be produce the information products and support many day-to-day activities like reports and responses produced for the management information, and whatever according to the middle level managers requirements, the various reports are going to be developed. Then strategic level, that is going to be called as a decision support system. Decision support system serve the top level management of the organization. So this decision support system is going to be help the managers to take the decisions which are unique in nature, which are unique in nature. Why? Because in the rapidly changing business environment, we need to take the decisions very fast and accurate decisions. So to take these kind of decisions, the decision support system is very much needed for the managers. So these decision support systems are very interactive, and the user can be change the assumptions and ask the new questions, and accordingly the data will be received, the new kind of reports may be generated, and based on that, according to the particular specific peculiar situation, the decisions may be taken. And also we have executive support system, ESS. ESS is also serve the strategic level of the organization, but here the ESS will be used for the non-routine decisions requiring judgment. For example, you need to be evaluate certain procedures. Then we may go for the executive support system. And to understand further more about this executive system, I will give one example. A carefully designed executive support system maybe helps, maybe provides the chief executive officer of a company a minute-to-minute view of the firm's financial performance. Means minute to minute, how the financial performance is there about our company. So these day-to-day, minute-to-minute performance can be measured based on the reports of working capital, based on the reports of accounts receivable, based on the reports of accounts payable, based on the reports of cash flow statements, funds flow statement. We are going to be get to know the information about the company financial performance. For that, the executive support system is going to be used. And also, we are going to be discuss that how the MIS is going to be works across the organization. Why? Because this MIS is going to be deals the major challenges facing by the business organizations in their day-to-day routine activities. Why? Because how to improve the customer service, how to execute the decisions more efficiently. For this, we need to be flow the information from one functional area to other functional area, and in the marketing area, in human resource area, in financial area, in supply chain area, in what do you call information system area also. The MIS across the throughout the organization, the information system flow is required, and we need to get the different kind of reports to run our business organization without having any interruption. For smooth functioning of business organization, the MIS is going to be helps. So to get the various required reports, the MIS need to be developed in very structured way. The MIS structure is consisting of the 4 components which we have discussed so far. And now, in continuation, after discussing of the structure of the MIS and what is the technology we are going to be used in this information systems to help the business organizations a lot, and what is the role of the software, what is the role of the hardware, and how the hardware and software is functioning in the information system, and what are the components which we are going to be used to um, to apply this information systems in the business organizations. So the major types of the computers used in the MIS are like we have seen supercomputers, mainframe computers, laptops, so now desktops and everything. But in all these kind of different computers, the inevitable things the is hardware. What is the hardware? Hardware is the most visible part of any information system. For example, now I am using to conduct this MIS lecture, I am using my mobile. So mobile, anybody can see that. And this is particular a device, a physical hardware device which I am using. So the hardware is the most visible part or visible part of the any information system. The equipment like we may be called mobile, computer, printer, scanner, or everything, whatever you are going to be used to capture the data, collect the data, and process the data. So this is called uh, what you call hardware. And next, in this hardware, we need to have certain devices, maybe purely helps to receive the data. Those equipment, those devices are called input devices. What are the input devices we have in this hardware? Keyboard. Means if suppose you need to be feed the data, you need to feed the data by typing on your keyboard. So the keyboard is very much inevitable part. Usually this is going to be used to enter the data. And next one is the computer mouse. Even if suppose if while you are using a computer laptop, we may normally, even desktop also, we may be using the mouse. Because this is the mouse is nothing but a electronic device which use with any graphical, what do you call, graphical user interface. So if suppose you want to go to a particular specific place on file, this we can be just by moving from one place to other place, we maybe go and apply that particular instruction. So this particular mouse is consisting of a plastic molded housing designed to fit in the palm of our hand. And this can be easily used by moving from one place to other place across a flat surface of the desktop or laptop, any wherever it is there. And the other one is the touch screen. Whereas in mobile, instead of mouse, I am going to be used the touch screen. So touch screens are computer monitors that incorporate some kind of sensors on the screen panel itself or its sides. So if suppose whenever the Zoom link is sent by the Ambedkar Open University, if suppose I want to use that particular Zoom link to conduct a classroom, means I'm not going to be retype it. Just I'm going to be touch on that particular link which is going to be provided. So the sensor maybe got it and the instruction may be received, and the software is going to be processed that particular as per the instruction. So these touch screens are going to be also used in the as a hardware. And optimal scanners and readers, optimal scanners and optimal readers. So optimal scanners are going to be used light emitting devices to illuminate the printing on paper. Depending on how much light is reflected, a light sensor determines the position and the darkness of the markings on the paper. So this is and some scanner is there. The scanner is going to be, suppose scan a black and white of color images and pictures, or if suppose you want to need to scanning the paper or text, we need to necessarily have one particular optical character recognition OCR software, and that is going to be scanned and convert the scanned image into text into the equivalent character and symbols and everything. So this is about to understand much more about this optical scanner. And wherever you go to shops, and there you are going to be see that barcode scanners and these optimal mark readers are and biometric devices. So these all are a part and parcel of the hardware which are going to be used. And another hardware is central processing unit, CPU. CPU is normally we called this as a heart of the computer system. This CPU takes a specific programs, instructions, applies them to the input data and transform the input into output. And the CPU is the heart of the computer system. That's the reason this CPU is consisting of arithmetic logical unit and control unit. Whereas the arithmetical logical unit is going to be executes the actual instructions, and control unit does the housekeeping. That means instructions are processed on time in the proper sequence and operate on the correct data. And the another hardware is we need to have a main memory. So the main memory do a function. What is the main function of the main memory is to provide a temporary storage for the instructions and data during the execution of the program. This main memory, normally we call it as a RAM, RAM, random access memory. And this random access memory consisting of a standard circuit inscribed silicon microchip that contains many millions of tiny transistors. So this RAM is going to be stored a database, whatever you required. And here also the RAM is also we have different types, VRAM, EDORAM, and cache memory, and all these things. So these are, and next one, we have ROM, read only memory. So a small but essential element of any computer system. Why? Because this ROM, read only memory, consists of electronic memory microchips. But what is the difference between RAM and ROM? Means ROM does not lose its contents when the power is switched off. In the ROM, the content is not going to be loose whenever the power is switched off, and its function very differently from the RAM. Why? Because it is difficult or impossible to change the contents of RAM. Even in the read only memory, it is not possible to modify, or it is not possible to change the data. Why? Because it is used to hold the program instructions that are unlikely to change during the lifetime of the computers. But whereas the RAM, we can be modify and we can be change it. And uh, we need to have some secondary storage devices, and where the storage memory space is limited in the computer. So that's the reason at outside or also we can be store the data like external storage memory, like hard disk, external hard disk, like we may be also use disk drives, pen drives, chips, these all are uh, used as a secondary storage devices to store the lot and huge database. And output devices, after storing the data, after processing the data, we need to we need to get the reports, so we need to get the output. So the final stage of this information processing system is getting a report in the form of output. So this output means we need the output will be displayed on the computer screen. That is called display screen. Even on the mobile also, we are able to see one and each other. So this is called output screen. So display screen. So it is a computer screen is the most popular output device. The standard monitor works on the same principle as how the television will be works. And the another output device is a printer. So even if suppose you need to get a report on paper, and printers can be help you to get the output on paper based. So this is called a paper based computer output. And also we may have in the printers, we may have plotters, dot matrix printers, laser printers, thermal printers, inkjet printers. These all are different types of printers. We may be used to get the output. And output is over, the storage is over, hardware is over. Then software is another component or tool which may be used in the information system. The software means the computer software. Here we need to have two major types of the softwares. Means the software is nothing but a set of instructions programmed in the system. So here we need to have two types of different softwares. One is the system software, another one is the application software. So please listen. System software, application software. System software means these are programs that manage the resources of the computer system and simplify applications programming. So majorly, the system software is going to be helps to manage the resources of the computer system and helps the application software. Then what is this application software? Application software or direct the performance of a particular use or application or computers to meet the information processing needs of the end users who are using. So whatever our requirement, accordingly, a specific software is going to be developed and we are going to be used. So these are called application software. For example, Zoom is a application software which may be used for a specific purpose. But whereas the system software means MS Office and all these things are going to be comes under the system software. And then what are the operating systems which are comes under the system software? Normally, the operating system is the software that controls all the resources of the computer system. So assigns the needed hardware to the programs and schedules the programs, allocates the memory. Why? Because if suppose we may have a complete memory, and that memory is also divided and allocated to the different sections, different parts. So that can be done by the system software only, and assigns the necessary input and output devices, and all these things can be done by the system software only. And here, the another important is the database management. Right? Because database management is also facilitates to store and maintain and utilization of the data which is going to be shared and used by the many users at a time. So the database management is very requirement, and we need to be create whenever a query is raised, and the data will be taken from that particular database to deliver, to prepare, to generate a required output. And here we may have that another personal information management. Personal information management means that these tools are going to be help the knowledge workers track tasks, people's projects. So these all are comes under the personal information management system. And programming languages which are also comes under the software. For example, we have so many programming languages, C languages, Java, and all these things. But these all are applications software used in the organization needs to be programmed or customized. And now it is more popularized are machine languages, assembler languages, high level languages, fourth generation languages. And now in the present era, we are using OOPS, object oriented programming languages. So machine languages means in the early days of the computers, we are used, the programs had been written using binary codes unique to each computer. The programming, these programs are portable to other computers also. And assembler languages are the second generation machine languages. And here, the language is also called low level language, maybe called as a basic. And COBOL maybe comes under this particular assembler languages. And high level languages. After this low level languages, we may move to that high level languages. And here, the Fortran, C, C++, Visual Basic, these are the languages are helped to the business organizations so to get the different reports to take a better decisions. And these high level languages are having merits like easier to learn and easy to understand, and they are machine independent programs. So therefore, the programs are written in a high level language, do not have to be reprogrammed whenever a new computer is installed. And after this high level languages, and we are moved into the translators, means nothing but compilers and interpreters. Uh, and after this, we are moved into the fourth generation languages. In the fourth generation languages, we are going to be focused much on computing, how to do it, and what is to be done. So here, what is to be done is more focused than how to be do it. So this fourth generation languages are called helps in query languages, report generators, and application generators. And this fourth generation languages are called have software generators for producing decision support and executive information systems also, which we have discussed earlier in the types of the information systems. So these fourth generation languages are maybe categorized into three levels. One is the query language, Second one is the report generators. Third one is the application generators. Query languages means these are going to be enables the end users to access the databases directly. For example, while you are using a filling in forms and while selecting the menu wherever you go, and command type query languages, that is also called structural query languages or query by example and direct manipulation. These all are maybe well versed with the computer science students, but we need to have a peripheral understanding of these tools and components which we are being used to run the information system in our business organization. And report generators means here the optical tools may be used to generate the reports, and these report generators used to have a greater control over the content and appearance of the output than a query language. And application generators makes it possible to specify an entire application consisting of several programs without much detailed coding and all other things. So the uh, now in the present era, we are moved to the OOPS languages. OOPS means object-oriented programming languages. The more popular OOPS languages are C++, Java, and all these. And we know that how important the C++ language and Java language to write and to develop a code uh, in writing a programming. So these OOPS objects combine the data with the operations that can be on the data. And these OOPs are going to be support the classifying the definition and inheritance. And OOPs are going to be simplifies the design of multimedia systems and of graphical user interfaces also. Here, these OOPs are mostly concentrated on three things. One is the object, second one is classes, third one is the inheritance. Then what is the objects? Means objects are the basic components of which programs are built. Basic components of the programs which we are supposed to build. So a program component model a real world object which is going to be encapsulating data and instructions that work with this particular data. The next classes, class, class. Class means this class is a template from which objects are created. So objects are going to be created, templates that is going to be called as a class. Then third one is the inheritance. Inheritance means these classes lower in the hierarchy inheriting properties of the classes that are higher over it. So these three are going to be used in using this particular OOPS languages. And this information technology is going to be have a great infrastructure develops, and this is going to be helps a lot in our business organizations. So these are the normal things which we can be go through in any basic computers books. We may be aware, get all this information. What are the components we need to have? Hardware, software, and language are different languages. And next, we need to be understand the types of the information systems. Well, how many types of the information systems? Already we have studied the TPS, MIS, ESS, DSS. Once again, we need to be brush it about these three or four. So these levels of management already we studied many times: strategic level, tactical level, operational level. And in the strategic level, the decisions are very unstructured because they are unique in nature. In the tactical level management, semi-structured. When you coming to the operational level, structured level. And in the operational level processing system, we are called transaction processing system, which is known as a TPS. In the middle level, the semi-structured decisions can be taken with the help of the MIS, Management Information System. And the unstructured decisions are going to be taken by the top level people, which may be called as a decision support system. So here, the operational management level is concerned with performing day-to-day business activities, whereas the transaction level means middle level managers. At the strategic level means the goals of the business and the when some strategic decisions like developing a product mix, developing a new product development, all these things will be comes under this particular decision support system. So the TPS main aim is improving the routine business activities on which all organizations are dependent. The transaction processing system, where the top bottom level the people are going to be use this, means like a common transaction includes placing order, billing customers, hiring employees, and depositing checks. And to do all these things, the transaction processing system is going to be helps. And here, just only we need to enter the data, we need to be process the data, the and we need to be processing that particular data, and we need to be get some kind of output. And when we coming to that office automation system or office support system, this kind of systems are going to be this kind of systems are not specific, not particular in the organization, but provide important support for a broad range of the users. So here we are going to be use the spreadsheets and all other things to get a particular executive support system, office automation system. So this office automation system, the data management software, we are going to be used to create and maintain records about the items such as the customers, stocks, employees, so which are a little bit important and vital to the operation of any business. We are going to be do this particular office automation system. And the main advantage of this automation system is organizational record keeping. This is the power of the computer to select, sequence, and summarize the reports on data once it has been captured. This is the main advantage of this particular office automation system. And MIS, which we have been discussing since the beginning of this subject. Why? Because the subject is named itself as a management information system, and however we are going to be discuss and we will be understand about this MIS. Objectives of the MIS. The main objective of the MIS is to provide the managerial end users with information to make the decisions, and to provide a variety of reports and displays to the management, to provide the information required by the managers at various levels, to retrieve the information about the internal operation from the databases, and to obtain the data about the business environment from the external sources also. This is about the MIS, and based on this, we are going to be generate various reports, so demand reports, exception reports, scheduled reports, and various reports depends on the demand and requirement of the people. And decision support system also we have discussed just now. The decision support systems are going to be created to help the people at a strategic level to take a great decisions by providing, giving access to the information, and with the help of the analytical tools. So these decision support systems are also classified as communication driven decision support system, data driven decision support system, document driven decision support system, knowledge driven decision support system, and model driven decision support system. These all are having a little variations. Why these are classified like this? Communication driven data systems means these are targeted and internal terms, including partners. So, means the purpose is to help to conduct a meeting for the users to collaborate. That's all. So whereas the data driven means these are targeted at managers levels, staff, and also product and service suppliers. So this is used to query a database or data warehouse to seek a specific answers for the specific purposes. And coming to the document-driven data, SS are targeted at a broad base of the user groups. So the purpose of this particular document-driven DSS is to search the web pages and find documents on a specific set of keywords or the search terms. And coming to the knowledge-driven DSS are known catch all category covering broad range of systems covering users within the organization setting it up, but may also include other interacting with the organizations. For example, this knowledge DSS means consumers of a business. It is essentially used to provide the management advice or to choose products or services also. And next, last one is the model driven decision support system. And this model driven decision support systems are very complex systems which are developed to help analyze the decisions or choose the between the different options. So when we are having multiple possible alternatives, and which alternative is much helpful to the business, for that we are going to be use this model driven decision support system. And these are the different decision support systems are going to be helps used in the business organization to take a great and positive effective decisions. And also we have EIS. The EIS means the what do you call executive information system. This executive information system is also provide a strategic information system tailored the needs of the executives and other decision makers. And this is also works like as a all other information system like DSS and ESS. And majorly the executive information systems used to find the data according to user defined criteria and promote information based insight and understanding. So the executive information system also applied in many areas, especially this information system is going to be used in the areas like manufacturing and marketing and finance areas. These all are the about the types of the information systems. um, so majorly we need to be understand the decision support system, executive information system, transaction processing system, management information system, office support system, uh, and all these things, and structure of the information systems. So today we have discussed about the structure and planning of the information systems, and the components of the information systems, and the types of the information systems. And this is about today's class. And any more questions, doubts, queries, you can raise. And tomorrow we will discuss about the data management. And even if suppose in classes the time is not sufficient to raise the questions, and even you take the mobile number from Dr. Radhakrishna sir, and you can contact me personally also. No issue.
Okay. Thank you,
Any
sir.
more questions?
Sir, hi, sir.
Yes, somebody is. Yeah, please.
Hi, sir. Sir, would it be possible from your side? Can you share any important questions? Because we
Yeah,
have.
that only. It's already in the yesterday also somebody is asked because what are the important questions. So every component which is placed in the syllabus is important. That's the reason only we are discussing here. But if possible, in the last session, last class, we maybe discuss about the important questions. Otherwise, just you can contact me personally and we can provide. But every piece of information we are going to be discussed in classes is have a equal importance. But still, I understood your anxiety, and just you can contact me personally, or even we discuss in the last session of the class.
Sir, can you share your number?
Yeah, my number is 9440 656269.
Sir, can you please repeat, sir?
9440 656269. Okay. Shall I type it in the chat board?
Sir, I got it, sir. For maybe
You
for
got it?
others,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions, please? Otherwise, we take the leave. Okay. Good night.
Good night, sir. Thank you for your time.
Good night. Good night. We'll meet tomorrow.
ఆర్సీబీ కొడుతుంది అంటే బెంగళూరు టీం స్కోరింగ్, బట్ చెన్నై షుడ్ బి డిఫీటెడ్ బై 18 రన్స్. వాళ్ళు 200 కొట్టారనుకో, ఒక 20 రన్స్ తక్కువ, 180 లోపల ఆల్అౌట్ అయిపోతే వాళ్ళు ప్లే ఆఫ్కి వెళ్తారు. నాలుగో టీంగా వెళ్తుంది అనమాట ఎవరు, బెంగళూరు. కానీ వాళ్ళు కొట్టేశారనుకో, కొట్టలేదనుకో, ఆల్అౌట్ అయిపోయారనుకో, ఆయన కూడా వెళ్తారు. ఆల్అౌట్ అయిపో అంటే 100కి ఆల్అౌట్ అయిపోయారు చెన్నై టీం. ఒకవేళ రన్అట్ అయ్యాడని చేతి కొట్టినట్టు కదా. రేపు 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 సన్ రైజర్స్ హైదరాబాద్ టీం ఉంది రేపు మధ్యాహ్నం 4 o'clock, 3:30. హైదరాబాద్ వర్సెస్ పంజాబ్. ఓడిపోతుంది పంజాబ్, ఆల్రెడీ డిస్క్వాలిఫైడ్. మనోడు గెలకపోయినా కూడా వెళ్తారు ప్రీ ఫైనల్. 21st నాడు ఉంది మ్యాచ్, 21st 22nd. గెలిస్తే ఫైనల్గా 2 టీంలే వస్తాయి. ఈ 4 నుంచి 2 వస్తాయి. ఆ 2 నుంచి ఫైనల్ ఉంటుంది. వచ్చేసింది కానీ ఫైనల్కి రాలే. క్వార్టర్ ఫైనల్ 10 టీం నుంచి అవుట్ ఆఫ్ 10 4 వచ్చినాయి. 4 సెమీఫైనల్కి వచ్చినట్టు. సెమీఫైనల్లో ఉంది ఇప్పుడు. రేపు మామూలుగా గెలిస్తే కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ వస్తుంది. 22nd కొడితే ఫైనల్కి వెళ్తారు. ఫైనల్కి వెళ్తే దే కెన్ విన్. ఫైనల్ మ్యాచ్ టఫ్ ఉంటుంది, వెరీ వెరీ టఫ్. ఎప్పుడు ఎంత టఫ్ ఆడుతుంది తెలుసా మ్యాచ్. హై లెవెల్ ఫీల్డింగ్, హై లెవెల్ బౌలింగ్ వేస్తున్నారు.
కోరుకుంటాం. 3 కిలోలు 4 కిలోలు ఏ రకంగా అయితే తీవ్రత మీదనో సమత మీదనో పనిచేస్తూ రైతుల కోసం ఉంచుకుంటున్నటువంటి రైతుల విషయంలో కూడా నేను చాలా సీరియస్ గా ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది. ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు వెంటనే అధికారులకు ఆదేశించడం సంతోషంగా ఉంది. కానీ అమలు చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉన్నది, వెంటనే అమలు చేయాలని చెప్పి కూడా వారు కోరడం జరిగింది. దానికి కూడా వారు సానుకూలంగా స్పందించారు. మరి వెంటనే మేము మరి ఇమీడియట్ గా దీన్ని కూడా ఫుల్ఫిల్ చేయాల్సిందిగా డిమాండ్ చేస్తూ దేని పక్షంలో రైతుల పక్షాన భారతీయ జనతా పార్టీ పోరాటం చేసి తెలియజేస్తాం.
తెలంగాణ అసెంబ్లీ ఎన్నికల్లో కాంగ్రెస్ ఇచ్చిన రైతు భరోసా హామీని వెంటనే అమలు చేయాలని కరీంనగర్ భరోసాకి అభ్యర్థి బోయినపల్లిలో కుమార్ డిమాండ్ చేశారు. ఇటీవల రైతుల ఖాతాలో వేసిన డబ్బులు రైతు బంధు పథకానివని కుమార్ గుర్తు చేశారు. రైతు భరోసా అమలు చేసి పరీక్షల పెట్టుబడి కోసం ఎకరాకు 15,000 విడుదల చేయాలన్నారు.
రైతు బంధిస్తారా, రైతు భరోసా ఇస్తారా, ఈ ఎన్నికలకు ఏమన్నాడు, రైతు భరోసా 15 తెచ్చింది అంటే 7,500 రూపాయలు ఇవ్వాలి ఎకరాలు. మీరు నిన్నటిదాకా ఇచ్చిన రైతు మీ పథకం రైతు భరోసా మీరు అమలు చేయలేదు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం. కానీ ఈ పథకం రైతు భరోసా పథకము అమలు కావాలి. లో మీరు ఎకరానికి 15,000 చొప్పున అంటే పంటకు 7,500 రూపాయలు చొప్పున వెంటనే విధించాలని చెప్పి పాటించారు.